Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the All Sports Focus pregame show here of the DBWBL Wiffle Ball League. I'm back here with my co-host Ryan. Ryan, say hello.
What's up, everybody?
We are doing today a big Silver Beach division matchup between the Sharks and the Slimy Sluggers. So a big 3-game series between the captains of Pap and Bladen. Kind of an interesting matchup here today. If you've listened to our podcast, it's kind of funny enough in this video, Miles Panacucci played for the Slimy Sluggers, but now he's on the Sharks. So you'll see in the next video, he's on the Sharks playing my Raccoons. But before we get into that, Pap's team today includes, for the first game, it is Pap, Teddy, who is normally on his team, and Bobby, his older brother. A little background, because he had to get an emergency sub because we all showed up for the games, set up and everything, and his third teammate said, I can't come anymore. So we're like, all right, respectfully, we're already here. We need a player, and so that's how we got Bobby. And then the whole team today for the Slimy Sluggers, Bladen, Beck, and Marsh, Donovan, and Miles. So, Ryan, just quick early initial thoughts here. What are your thoughts heading into this big 3-game set series?
This is a matchup of the two most inconsistent teams in the entire league. That's my initial thoughts.
I agree. So, I just said Miles was I was completely wrong. Miles is on the Sharks in this series. I apologize. He was on the Sharks. He was on the Slimy Sluggers against the Penguins. Now he is on the Sharks because illegal signing. It was this whole thing. If you guys could read our group chat, it was this whole argument. He is now on the Sharks. He was on the Slimy Sluggers. He was in the AAA league. It was, you don't even want to try and wrap your head around it. But, so starting game one, pitching matchup today will be Teddy Ipple versus Becken. Ryan, what are your thoughts on that game one pitching matchup?
I don't think I've seen Teddy pitch in any of the film that I've seen. So it'll be a good matchup. I think at the end of the day, you're talking about consistency or how inconsistent these two teams are. It's really walks. Walks are the make or break, I think, for both of these teams we've seen in the games that they've played so far, and that when they're throwing strikes and forcing the other team to put the ball in play, tends to be pretty good things that happen, but the second that they start having a bunch of walks, base runners, then even just a simple ground ball to the shortstop or anything is scoring at least a run, if not two. So I think that's really going to be the deciding factor is between these two is who can throw more strikes, be more consistent on the mound.
Yeah. All right, so the last thing here before we hop into game one, Ryan, what are your final thoughts before we hop into this series? For the whole series, we'll obviously talk about each game, but what's your series prediction here?
I think it goes one team, the other, and then back. Just the inconsistency. So I think it goes Slimy Sluggers, Sharks, Slimy Sluggers.
All right. So that's Ryan's prediction. The Slimy Sluggers win the series 2-1. Like I said already multiple times, this is a big series for division standings here, trying to not get into that 5-6 seed in the new playoff format in the DBWBL Wiffle Ball League. So we're hopping in here into game one of the Sharks versus Slimy Sluggers, and we'll see you guys there. Hello, everyone, and we're here for game number one between the Sharks and the Slimy Sluggers. So like we mentioned, it's Teddy Ipple on the mound for the Sharks, and a walk, Bladen stepping out of the box before the pitch is even thrown, and we don't even have a bat.
Oh, my goodness.
This looks like it's going to be a long game, and we're already going to the lobs.
Oh.
We are Marsh.
We are Marshall.
Back at it again. That's a bad sign for the Sharks when you're already going to the lobs in the third batter of the game in the first inning.
Yeah, when you go walk, home run.
So Marshall
walking between the base path.
Oh, did they just go back to back?
And back to back walks, back to back home runs.
Brutal start here for the Sharks.
Also, let's talk about how overgrown that field is in the background.
Yeah, it was bad. We had to relocate fields. There was a team practicing on the big field, and oh my goodness.
Jeez.
Another walk. Oh.
Pap at the fence.
Pap with a great catch here. Here comes Marsh.
That's a home run in an elevator shaft.
And another walk.
Another walk.
Oh, that ball's gone. Oh my God!
That was a terrible attempt by Pap.
What? And Teddy's on all fours at the pitcher's mound.
I think we need to replay that clip.
Yeah, that might have been one of the most unathletic attempts at a robbery I have ever seen. We don't even need the full clip. We could have just seen the Pap jump, and here it comes again.
I mean, brother, you didn't even leave the ground.
I mean, you're 6'5", Pap. You barely even had to jump.
He went down more than he went up.
Yeah, so the Slimy Sluggers reach above the mercy cap of a 7-0 in the first inning, and Becken starts out with a
speed check there.
And another strikeout. And Bobby Nate in his first at-bat walks. Here comes Teddy back up to bat. Ground ball to the pitcher. And Bladen's not on first base. Here comes Pap. And on the changeup.
Lord.
7-0 Slimy Sluggers after one. And another walk. Seems like this is going to be a theme today. All that's going to spin back fair. And Mrs. Marsh. First and third with nobody out. Here comes Donovan. Will that ball be going? That's how you rob a whole run right there, Pat. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. My goodness.
I can't even put into words. Oh, my goodness, and another one. Oh, we switch pitchers. Pap's in now, and he gives up a first pitch home run. Grand slam for the Slimy Slugger. I mean, this is just blown open. I believe, if my math is correct, it is 13-0 currently. Will this be Bobby Nate's first career hit? And it will be. Save that ball hoodie for Bobby Nate.
Oh.
And wears it in the chin for Teddy. Here comes Pap. Oh, that ball will not go. That was a routine fly.
Good shot, Pap.
Infield fly. Here comes Bobby and another walk.
Bobby is carrying this team.
I know. Here comes Teddy and a walk. The Sharks put a run on the board. And Pap, what are we doing? And another walk. Here comes Bobby Nate. Hard ground
down
ball.
The line. That's a trouble play.
And he's safe. Did Donovan just smack him with the hand that didn't have the ball in it? And Teddy Ipple hits a home run. This is a game. This is a game. Bat flips it at Bladen in left field. This is a game. 13-7.
What did I say about talking about inconsistency?
Yeah, I know. Oh,
ball outside.
Well, we've been consistent on walks today from both sides. That's for sure.
That's true. Good play.
Nice play by Teddy to get him at second base. Here comes We Are Marshall. Will Pap get there? Nice tag up by Bladen. I mean Becken, sorry. Other Jarvis brother. Here comes Donovan. Hard base hit to the left side. Best place to hit in wiffle ball. Here comes Bladen.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's
gone.
Would have been a big 0 to hang up there in that inning for the Sharks, but they were unable to do it. There's a big 3-run shot. That's how you run the bases right there. You don't walk, you don't anything. You do your business, you get back home. And Pap is pitching before... Oh, my...
Doesn't even matter.
Back-to-back for the Jarvis brothers. And they've got a 17 spot brewing here in the first game. What a hot start for the Slimy Slugs offense. Here comes Marsh. Hard ground ball to the left side.
Safe.
Safe because their whole team is standing in the camera angle. Here comes Donovan.
Whoa.
Hard hit. And he's going to get him at second base. And Pap is taunting. And then hits one off the yellow and over. If that's not the most Pap Nate home run, I don't know what is. I mean,
at least he's putting a little pep in his step here.
Oh, there's
my goodness.
Here comes Bobby Nate. Yep, there's another walk for Bobby. I mean, that's
Bobby
5 this game.
Gotten anything but walks his whole game?
He has 2 singles. Here comes Pat back up to bat. Another walk. Here comes Bobby. Will he walk again? Yes, he will. If I was a betting man, I would place every at-bat on a walk this game at this point. Here comes Pap. and a swinging bunt. Golly, we need a bunt line in the Buds Wiffle Ball League. And a strikeout by Bobby. Here comes Miles in his first at bat of the day, and he strikes out to end the game in a bat launch. So that will do it for Game 1 with a final score of 17-10. The Slimy Sluggers take Game 1 over the Sharks. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the All Sports Focus post-game show here of Game number 1 between the Sharks and Slimy Sluggers. An ugly game. There's no good way to put it. It was the definition of what we've been preaching of what happens when you walk batters and then give up one home run. And that's exactly what happened to both sides. It was walk, home run. Walk, home run. And so that's how the final score ended up 17-10 in favor of the Slimy Sluggers. Ryan, do you agree with me on your thoughts there from Game 1?
Yeah, when I said walks were going to be the mark of this game, and consistency was the name of the game for both teams, and then the Sharks go walk, home run in the first 4 at bats. It's kind of the definition of being not what you're looking for.
Yeah. Hoping the Sharks can turn it around here. They will have Miles the rest of the series instead of Teddy Ipple. Teddy had to run to work. Miles, funny enough, is playing his former team that he played 2 games with. But Ryan, what are you looking for from both sides here to get the series win on either side?
Throw frickin' strikes. Dang, it's not that hard. You don't have to throw it 100 miles an hour. Just hit the strike zone, make them put it in play.
I think everybody needs to learn the Ryan Barlow signature knuckle curve from the old wiffle ball days. You guys don't understand. If we had YouTube videos of that pitch, holy, we would be famous because that thing had about 16 feet of break. So, but he might be showing up as a Raccoons PO here later in the summer. You don't know. Might be some surprises, pull some tricks up my sleeve. But back to the Sharks and Slimy Sluggers.
I feel like you still own the rights to.
I feel like I have to, but
because didn't Troy start the Raccoons and I was on his team in the inaugural season?
No, I started the Raccoons, but I then drafted Troy. So technically. Ryan, any final thoughts here before we hop in to game number 2? What are your keys? I'm going to ask for your keys from the Sharks to win game number 2 after that ugly game 1.
Keep the offense going. Don't chase obvious balls. Force them to throw strikes to you. And then pitching wise, just be consistent. Pap was better in the second half of the first game about throwing strikes. But by that point, it was just too late. So I think if you can start that off from the beginning throwing strikes, you're setting yourself up in a better position.
Yeah, I agree. So the pitching matchup will be, funny enough, Miles Panicucci against Donovan Ruckty, number 2 overall pick, getting to see him on the mound for the second time now. His first time starting a game, funny enough. So we're excited to see what Donovan has, and we'll see you guys in game number 2. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to game number 2 of the Sharks versus the Slimy Sluggers. Donovan Ruckty on the mound, and a ground ball from Pap on the first pitch of the game almost breaks Becken's leg. Bobby with another walk. Miles with another walk. Pap with another ground ball.
Well, he's consistent.
Here's Bobby. A little fake swing after the pitch. Here comes Miles.
Oh, gone.
What a hot start for the brand new Shark against his old team. Hits a grand slam in the first inning.
Pap out of the base path there?
What did we say, Ryan? Walk, home run. Look what just happened.
I don't think Pap ever touched home plate.
We're not that official. Oh, that's a fair ball from Pap. From Pap Smoke. With a nice single. Here comes Bobby. And another walk.
The walk master.
And another walk. Here comes Pap. Oh
my goodness.
God.
Donovan is on the ground.
Ryan, I think we're going to have to replay that. That might be the farthest hit ball of the year. And
I'll let him finish his trot here.
And Juan Soto one-kneed it. He cleared the rookie league field fence there, out in right center. I mean, that was a shot. Here come,
Boom!
look where that ball lands. What a shot from Pap Nate. Really.
Holy cow.
8-0. I mean, an 8 spot from the Sharks in inning number 1. I mean, we said carry on the offense. Not a very hot start from Donovan, though, on the bump for the Slimy Sluggers.
No, the pitching struggles continue for the number 2 overall pick.
And Pap faces 2 batters, and he immediately pulls himself and goes to Miles.
Oh,
and gets a nice
his position
infield pop-up to start off. Slider, will he get him at 1?
Good
nice
play.
8-0 Sharks after the first inning. The Walkmaster back at it again. Oh my goodness, that pitch was gross. All right, Pap, it's a whiff ball. It's not gonna hurt you. Oh, there goes a strikeout by Bobby. Here comes Miles back up to bat.
Crushed it.
Absolutely beautiful ball flight on that frickin' home run. That was beautiful. The Sharks, this offense they're cooking right now. Drawing walks, hitting home runs like we've said 1,000 times at this point.
Well,
Tap again on one knee. Here comes Miles back on the bump, gets a fly out from Becken. We are Marsh. Nice base hit there to left side.
Oh.
Donovan gets his get back from the 2 home runs by Miles and gets himself a nice 2-run shot there. Hopefully kind of chip back into this big old 11-0 lead. Makes it 11-2 there. Sharks. Here comes Bladen back up to the top of the order for the Slimy Sluggers. Hits a ground ball. He ain't getting him out with Bladen's speed there. Here comes Becken. Another ground ball. Will Bobby make the play? Bobby will not make the play. Oh, he did make the play. You did review that one. And we are Marshall.
The thundering herd of We Are Marshall.
That has to be the greatest nickname of the year. We Are Marshall. For all these videos that we have. And another walk. And another home run. Oh my lord.
Bobby didn't even move on that one.
A 6 spot there to kind of climb back into the game. It is 11-6 Sharks after the second inning. Bobby Nate takes another walk. Miles takes another walk. Here comes Pap Nate. Another walk. Another walk.
Jeez.
And
that was not the same ball.
Yeah, I said that too. But they said, got him on the corner. Bobby Nate gets his first career home run. And
there you go, Bobby.
And Nate style off the yellow coping on top of the fence. That's 2 Nate home runs like that today. A grand slam. Add some runs back on for the Sharks. And an ugly strikeout by Miles. And almost a bat launch, but kind of held back. And that ball was fair. We reviewed it. That's why you don't see the trot. Here comes Donovan. That ball's gone too.
Not much of an attempt at a robbery there by Pap, despite being 6'5".
I will say this fence is about 10 feet shorter than the other fields. That's why you're seeing a lot of bombs here, because we ran out of grass, as you can see. Nice strikeout there from Bladen, and another nice strikeout from Becken. Here comes We Are Marsh. Ground ball to the pitcher, and that will do it. The Sharks win their first game of the season. 16-9. The Sharks win game number 2. Welcome back to the All Sports Focus post-game show here of game number 2 between the Sharks and the Slimy Sluggers. I mean, it's like copy and paste from game 1 into game 2. It's the same exact scenarios. Walk, 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 home run. Walk, walk, home run. I mean, it's just like Can the pitchers get strikeouts? I mean, there's a couple here and there. Can the defense get some outs? I mean, it's like...
I think there's been more mercy capped innings than there's been 3-out innings.
And like, do we need to like increase the velo? I mean, do we need to make it harder to hit in this league? I don't know. These are all questions we need to be asking, because in the first 2 games of this series, the final scores were 17-10 and 16-9. So not much defense being played on either side of the ball here. Ryan, the Sharks got their first win, though, on a more positive note. First win of the season, they moved to 1-3 on the year. What'd you like from game 2 there from the Sharks?
I mean, obviously they were just on the flip side of the jumping out to a fast start with walks and home runs in the first inning. Because it, like you said, was exactly a copy and paste. Just this time it was the Sharks instead of the Slimy Sluggers in game 1. So, I mean, I can't say I love the inconsistency pitching or giving up multiple home runs, but I guess if you win, you win. So,
Yeah.
who am I to say anything?
Not a good day on the pitching mound for Donovan, though. Had 5 strikeouts.
Pitching struggles continue.
Gave up 5 hits. Here's the killer stat: 11 walks.
Wow.
And 16 earned runs from Donovan. 11 walks. That's the killer. Just a great day at the plate, though, for all 3 of the guys in the Sharks lineup. Moving in here, though, to game number 3, Ryan, the rubber match, as it is tied 1-1 in the series. What do you like for both teams here? What do you think both teams need to do to get the series win?
It's going to be a pitching matchup, because now you're rolling into game 3. Who you're going to throw? Who do you like? Who's been throwing it well enough that you're going to give them another chance here? And I think that's really going to determine, based on who kind of jumps out to a start in the first inning, has kind of been the determining factor for both of these games. So whoever can get out to a fast start, either in the top of the first or bottom of the first, I think decides the game, honestly.
Yeah, so the pitching matchup will be Beck and Jarvis versus Miles. Both have 3 innings left on the inning counter, so you'll expect to see both of them go the full length of the game. Are you sticking with your prediction, Ryan? You still sticking with the Slimy Sluggers pulling out game number 3 here?
I am.
All right.
I'm 2 for 2 so far.
He's 2 for 2. So that's what Ryan's rolling with here, going into the rubber match for game number 3 between the Sharks and the Slimy Sluggers. We'll see you guys in that video. Welcome back to game number 3 between the Sharks and the Slimy Sluggers. Sharks are home this game with Miles on the bump, pitching to Donovan. Starts off with a nice ground rule double into center field. Marsh takes a walk there, and Beck and Jarvis starts it out.
Dang.
3-run shot. The switch hitter, as we call him, Beck and Jarvis, gets a nice hot start going for the Slimy Sluggers, trying to win the series here. Going up 3-0 early. Low reverse batting order this game for the Slimy Sluggers.
Good play there by Bobby.
Here comes Donovan back up to the dish. Another fly out. Here comes Marsh. And another walk for Marshall.
Good eye there.
Becking back up to bat.
Oh boy.
Bobby makes the play in deep right field. Here comes Pap. A walk from Becken. Bobby! Oh! Nice catch by Bladen. Miles takes a walk. Here comes Pap. His movements, man. Pap is all over the place. Here comes Bobby. Another walk. Couldn't have guessed it. Nice hard hit by Miles. Bobby is coming home. Will there be a play at the plate? He is safe. That extra bounce. Hard hit ball up the middle by Pap. Safe everywhere. Here comes Bobby Nate. Hard hit ball into center field. Man, the Sharks are swinging it. Will that be fair? Oh, little base tickler. Nice play by Bladen in left field. Pap Nate.
That's
Pap ground out to first base. It is 5-3 Sharks after 1 inning. Oh, nice pitch for Miles.
Oh.
Oh my God, what a play! The shovel pass from Pap off the nut shot from and
gone.
I'm just gonna stop what I was saying there as he gave up a home run to tie up the game. I mean, Bladen's got to be top 3 fastest guys in the league. Puts the ball on the ground, it's going to be hard to get him out. Here comes Pat, and he shovels it to no one at second base. And Bladen's coming for 4. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Scores from first base. Marsh, another walk.
Marshall always looks so disinterested, yet makes great plays.
Oh, strikeout there for Bobby. Here comes Miles. Oh, sorry. This is the All Sports Focus in focus at bat here. This will be this is a long at bat. This is what we call a quab. This was I would say a 9-pitch at bat. You guys will see it here. I mean, Miles absolutely battles with Beckton. So we're gonna go pitch by pitch. Here comes, it takes him off the ear. Just gets right back up like nothing happened. Fouls it off
again.
Believe we're at 6 or 7 pitches here. And fouls another one. Where's another one? We're up to 8 or 9. I'm going to say 8.
I think 8.
Throwing the balls back. Sorry, you guys have to watch this part. Here comes. And watches it. Ball 4. Draws a walk. I had to put that full clip in the video. I apologize. I mean, that was some special quab.
That was.
Miles. And
oh my goodness.
One of those runs was his quab, and that right there takes the lead 8-6 for the Sharks in the bottom of the second inning. What a big swing from Miles. Pap Nate takes a walk. Bobby Nate takes a walk. Here comes Miles. Ground ball to the left side. Nice play from Bladen to get him out at third. So it is 8-6.
I don't know how many walks Bobby had in between these 3 games.
I'll read you the stat line. Will he get him at first base? Safe. That was a good try though. Nice tag up by Bladen. Marshall
Pat tried to get a force out on a play. There was no force out.
Another walk. Okay, this is the crazy part. I said right here. And double play. What a play by Pap Nate to end the game. A final score of 8-6. The Sharks take the series off of a double play from Pap Nate. Welcome back for the third time to the All Sports Focus post-game show of the Sharks versus Slimy Sluggers, Game 3. That was a better game. That was a better game all around. 8-6 with the final score. The Sharks take the series. Ends on a crazy double play. That's only the second double play we've seen this year in the DBWBL Wiffle Ball League. Funny enough, the funny part about that, Ryan, is we didn't catch the audio on it, but me and Bobby DeLong are standing behind the camera. And like we were talking about how many outs there were. And I literally said to Bobby, I was like, the only way they can get out of this inning is if they get a double play. And Bobby goes, yeah, there's no way they're getting a double play. Literally the next pitch. Boom, boom, double play, game over. Crazy play by Pap. Just an all-around good game, in my opinion. Marshall with 5 at-bats, 5 walks. Boost the OBP there for We Are Marshall. But Ryan, what did you really like there from the Sharks there to get the big series win?
I got 2 words for you. Miles Panicucci. That's who I really liked about that series, or that game. To get the series win. Had quality at bats, threw strikes, kept the Slimy Sluggers from getting anything going too big, and had a couple very, very key home run or base hits that really kept the Sharks ahead. and actually, I believe had the home run that gave them the lead eventually. So
He had the 3-run shot in the second inning.
So I mean, there's really what not to like there.
Yeah, I think player of the slate there is obviously Miles Panicucci for this series. Only played 2 games, but made his impact felt. Got 2 wins on the mound. I don't know exactly how many home runs without pulling up the stats, but at least 4 or 5 home runs in the series. Just all around great. Don't take away from anything that Bobby and Pap did at the plate either. Both did respectfully well as well. Bobby drew a lot of walks. Pap hit a lot of base hits. But also, I don't want to give. I still want to give props to how well the Slimy Sluggers hit the ball.
Yeah, they did.
All 4 guys really put the ball in play, and it was just kind of. I would say it was the pitching that was kind of the downfall today for the Slimy Sluggers. Do you agree, Ryan?
100%. I mean, all 3 games really were giving up a ton of walks, a lot of big hits, a lot of home runs. That they got lucky in the first game to have scored as many runs as they did against a struggling pitching from the Sharks, because otherwise, I mean, giving up 10 runs, I feel like in most any other of the Buzzwolf Ball League games that we've seen this season, that probably loses you the game. So yeah, definitely not a very good showing from the mound by the Slimy Sluggers at all.
No. So the Slimy Sluggers will fall to 3-4 heading into the All-Star break, while the Sharks still have 1 series left to play before the All-Star break against the Raccoons. But they move up to 2-3 heading into that big. They've got back-to-back in-division series, so a very important stretch of the season here for the Sharks. But Pat made some managerial moves, kind of flipped the team around. So I'm excited to see how the Sharks finish up. But just to look out here, a kind of a schedule here for the next couple of weeks. Obviously, this video will be posted, and then the Sharks versus the Raccoons. And then we have the All-Star game, and then, I apologize. And then we have the Quackers versus the Bulls, and then we have the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby videos. So busy 2 weeks here on the All Sports Focus YouTube channel. We're looking forward to covering it all and making sure you guys are able to watch all of these. So, with that being said, Ryan, you got anything left to say after this big 3-game series?
Throw strikes.
Yeah, that's the motto for the season. So, the Sharks take the series 2-1 over the Slimy Sluggers, and just an all-around great series.
My parlay failed.
Ryan's parlay did in fact fail. Player of the slate, Miles Panicucci. But I'm looking forward to the next series, and we'll see you guys in that one.